have some other questions about financing. I think I can simplify them because you answered some, but when it comes to interest rates, I was under a misconception at one point that um, new first-time home buyers can get a lower interest rate. Then I reread that I don't see any evidence for that. But I will ask you, what is the best way to get the lowest interest rate from your experience?
Mm, that's a good question. So yeah, no, first-time home buyers don't get a lower interest rate, but personal homes get a lower interest rate than secondary homes or investment properties. So like that's why, and that's why like if you buy a property and you live in it yourself, the rules say that you have to live in it for 1 year in order to keep that mortgage forever and that rate forever, right? So that's a little bit tricky now because all the rates are high, and so to wrap it all the way back around to the original question, like if you were to get into a property and stay there until the market switches and the rates start dropping again, I would refinance, stay there for another year to keep that rate and that personal loan, and then you would bounce out, right? And that would keep the rate really low. And it's hard for investors to compete with that because investor rates are always going to be like a percentage point higher than what you can do on a personal loan. But to
Wow.
find the best rate that you could get, I would like get on the phone and start calling people. Banks almost universally have the worst rates. So people tend to want to call and be like, oh, I always bank with, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, whatever. So I'm going to call them and find out what their mortgage situation looks like. They're almost always the worst. If you start calling and finding like the loan people, the people who just focus on mortgages and just finance mortgages, they usually get much better rates. So, and whenever you ask someone, like, what would you do to get the lowest or the best mortgage you could possibly get, their answer is usually just call as many people as you can. It would surprise you the difference in, what people can give you and why is kind of
Wow.
interesting.